botanical gardens at Maymuir.
Yes, yes, yes. Botanical gardens. I think I've got photos there and the thing about it. And the orchid house is called after him.
Oh, yes.
And Lady Clough was madly keen on it. Her husband was PWD or something. And she was a very clever person in that way.
Yes.
And they designed in the Inlay Lake.
Inlay Lake, yes.
And then the botanical gardens.
Yes. How did he get involved with that? I mean, did he do that after he retired from the practice of law?
How did he came?
How did he get involved in designing that?
Well, because he lived up there and he was very interested and were great friends of the Cuffs.
I see.
And she and Daddy designed and worked it all out, and he knew so much about all the orchids and everything that we used to buy them, the Kachins, and the Chin used to come down with these great bunches of these Vanda Sorelius, those blue orchids, and
yes.
they put them on the trees.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Our trees in our garden. And it was beautiful. But of course there were rare orchids,
yes.
which they were able to go up and
get it on the mountain tops.
Yes.
Yes.
And they made it the orchid house there. I left before that was finished. I was there when they were making the place. They'd done the lake.
Which year was this?
I left in 22.
Yes.
And in 1922, in February, the Prince of Wales was there at that time. He came over rather to Mandalay. And I've got a letter among those things from Sawan Cha, who was the Sawball Sepoy's son. And he was home at school at Eastbourne, and Sir George Scott.
Yes.
He was his caretaker, shall we say, all called bear leading, and wrote to my people and said, well, here is this little boy,
yes.
Come home
yes.
to school in Eastbourne, and I believe you have a daughter in Eastbourne school. So we used to have him.
Oh.
He was a very neat little person in his Eton collars, you know.
Yes.
And then we corresponded. I got one of his letters all the way on. He then went to Rugby,
yes.
and from Rugby to Oxford, and it is the last letters I think I got at Oxford. And then I went out to Burma
yes.
in 1916
yes.
and lost touch. But when the Prince of Wales was in Mandalay, and they had beautiful Shan, all the Shan states, they were shown, they had a camp
yes.
with all these beautiful animals lit up, whole elephants and things, and there were lights inside. And at the polo, one of the little Burmese boy touched where they were making the tea, you know, the great tea canister, and it slipped.
Yes.
And his little fingers were all caught
yes.
in it.
Yes.
And I said, oh, I'll take him to hospital. And I was there when I heard a voice say, hello, Violet. And I turned round, and there was a full-blown Shan talking to me with everything in full regalia. It was Sawan Cha.
Yes.
And of course I only could talk to him for a little time then.
Yes.
And I was sorry I didn't follow up, because they had their own camp.
Yes.
And I was so busy with going around seeing everything. And that I never got again, but it was lovely. That's the last time I saw him, and he has died. There's a book on, I think Iris lent me, about George Scott.
Yes.
His thing, and he has died.
Yes.
The sawball was a very great friend of my father's,
Yes.
and my father used to go over to him, see Paul, and say, "Sawball, you're looking very well." She said, "Don't say that, don't say that, please. It's very unlucky."
Yes. do you know that So Kun Chau, the son, lives in Cambridge?
Yes, indeed. He was at Cambridge. His son is in Cambridge.
I think it must be his son, but his name is the same, So Kun Chau.
But I've got photos of one sawball whose son is in Cambridge, but it's not Seapaul.
I see.
It's Mon something or other.
It may be relative of his.
Yes, yes.